have any like tab bars now. It's just a big screen.
Are we live, fellas?
I think we are live. Let's see. Yep.
What's up, everybody? If you're watching the show, if you are not already, please go down and like and subscribe. We need to get this to 1,000. At that point, we can do mobile lives. We can do all sorts of fun stuff. Where are we at now on the channel? John, what'd you say, 600?
674 subscribers.
Approaching 700.
Yeah. On the way up to 100,000.
Looks like they had an awesome event up in West Virginia the other day, huh?
Yeah, it looked pretty good. Travis looked pretty good.
Travis, the comeback of Travis Bajent, what do you think?
Yeah, it's always good to see him on the table. He's my favorite arm wrestler of all time. So
definitely the most exciting arm wrestler, huh?
Yeah, he was the first guy I've ever watched arm wrestle. And I scrolled through, found him on YouTube, and he's just smashing everybody left hand and talking shit and looking good doing it. Just his charisma. And I was like, oh shit. And then here I am talking to you.
The best part is he's a friend of the FAL, right? Am I froze up on us?
You are froze up on us.
I'm done.
He's out of here.
I'm out of here, fellas. Y'all carry the show, John. Tell them what's going on. Tell them about Artem's event. Who won that? How Paul Italia? We're now we keep tabs on Paul Italia on this show, apparently, huh?
You have to keep tabs on Paul Italia. He's looking like a unit. All 200 pounds of him running around just whooping everybody's ass.
I know.
Did you watch it, Wiz?
Oh, yeah. Or in the words of Paul, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
It was pretty dope. I liked it. He looked pretty good. He had a couple matches I saw. I don't know, I'm horrible with fucking names, but pretty fucking impressive, I'm not gonna lie. I think Ryan Grondin is in trouble.
Yeah, he's gonna kill him, I think. Yeah. I mean,
aren't they about the same height, those two?
I think they're about the same height. I think Grundon's much bigger, though, I believe. But Paul is able to drag and just pull with that pronation, and it's pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of at the last tournament that he was down here, I was kind of hoping to pull him right-handed, and I ended up signing up for the wrong fucking class. That was the one where he went semi-pro. And I was sitting there waiting in the amateurs. I'm like, damn, I thought he was pulling in the amis too. And he ended up just pulling semis.
I tell you what, I have nothing for him right-handed.
Yeah, like I said, I'd love to grip up with him right-handed. We had a good little back and forth out of the strap on the left. And then when we got in the strap, I completely mistimed the go and didn't load up at all. I was trying to catch him and I completely mistimed it.
Yeah, no, he's been doing fantastic. He's on a tear right now, and hopefully his confidence is growing enough so he can keep the climb going, because in 2024 he said he's going to start pulling pro, and I think he's every bit of where he needs to be there. I mean, he's going to give a lot of people a lot of problems, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
But
yeah, I'd like to see – oh, my bad, go ahead. I was going to say I'd like to see him and Ethan go back and forth, see how they do.
They pull kind of similar. Ethan's a lot bigger, Well, he's taller, but
taller. But they're about. I think Paul might be just a little bit heavier.
Yeah, I think Ethan's about one. He walks around between like 188 and like 198, just depending on the day. He's young, so he can just gain and fluctuate the weight. If I do that, I'll have high cholesterol, a stroke on the same day.
Bro, I don't even check that shit because I don't want to find anything out.
Absolutely. But no,
fuck that.
That was a good event. Artem looked pretty good, but I think he was trying to save himself for the 198 round robin that's coming up. So he was being careful. Paul Talbot looked ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Did Bajent have a match or was he just fucking around?
No,
I haven't seen all of
it. He pulled the entire tournament.
Oh, shit.
And
So then he I would imagine he destroyed them.
Yeah, and he won on both hands, yes.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was good. It was I think they're doing like the 2 out of 3, like each person you face, kind of like Flo Arm's going to do, where it's you have 2 matches against them. If you're out, you're done. But I saw Kevin Sams out there.
Oh yeah, dude, he looks Kevin. I wasn't ready for Kevin Sam's picture of him being clean cut like that. He looked like a fucking skeleton with skin. Like if you just put just the skin on a skeleton on a skull head. I was like, holy shit, because I've seen him with a beard for so long that his fucking now without it, it's just like, oh, it'd probably be like me without a beard.
Yeah, he looks like he's related to Brandon a little bit or something. There, when you look at him from the side, I was like, oh shit, how'd he get up there?
Hey, how about that match between old Johnny Boy and Voda?
Yeah, that was amazing. Your internet's acting up too.
I didn't think. Am I cracking up? You said?
Yeah, you're cracking up a little bit.
Hang on. Let me go off of Wi.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right. No, it's just probably because my Wi-Fi is acting up. It should be better now.
Yeah, it's a lot better. But no, yeah, John versus Voda, that was amazing, wasn't it? I had to park on the side of the road to watch it because I was trying to drive, but where I was at going out to my parents' house, there was no service. So I found a spot. I sat and watched it, and John looked amazing. He
still proved that he is really, really strong, man.
Yeah, all
really strong
numbers that Voda was trying to lift and everything. He was doing great with all that, but he just didn't have the ability to turn John's hand over. So John just got on top of him, and Voda looked very strong all the way throughout, but it didn't really matter because John took control. And
who this is completely unrelated, but I got to give him a shout out to Daniel Price. I saw him. I've already messaged him and let him know, but that practice, the secret practice down here in Florida that LaVon and Devin came down to, man, all our guys killed it. They look good, but when Daniel gripped up with Devin and just, my gauge is, are you making that person's head shake?
Yep.
And man, Devin's head was tremoring pretty damn hard, and he flashed him.
Yeah.
I was shocked. I think in another year or two, you're going to see Daniel at East versus West.
I agree 100%. I think there's quite a few guys that are so good in Florida right now. Of course, you got Brad Grundy, but then you got people that Artem, and then you got Price is right there. Andre Shark's right in there.
Chance is just, I think he gets so much, so many matches over there with Ingen because he is a very, very good and strong benchmark for a lot of guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Chance is just right. He is literally just one tick under these monster European guys, and he's doing it without doing just natural talent and his training.
Yeah, and he's so young, but yeah, his ability to set up good every time he sets up, he just puts the arm down, and it's like when he closes his hand, it's almost perfect every time. And it's something that I try and do the same thing with my left. I try and mimic his setup quite a bit because he just sets up and he gets a certain little rotation in there. And when he closes, he almost always looks like he has a chance. It's very rare to see underneath somebody, or except for he was having trouble with Sergey. Was it Kalinichenko?
But all those guys are juicing to the fucking gills. You know what I mean? Chance is going out there just. I'm pretty sure he's natty. I don't think he's doing anything. I think he's just naturally just a big guy. Got a lot of fucking natural strength.
Yeah, I know he's a weirdo for sure. But he's definitely super, super strong. He's very close.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he actually got on the sauce, oh my god, he'd be unstoppable. But I think he's a real good, like a solid gauge. He, like when it comes to elite level, I think Chance is right there in that middle of the pack. Like if you can't get past, he's like I don't want to call him a gatekeeper because I think he's better than that. You know what I mean? But it's he's definitely the best guy in Florida without a doubt. For sure, right-handed at least.
Yeah, and I think a close second is Brad Grundy. I think he's right there.
Oh no, absolutely, 100%. And Brad is, I feel like his elbow's not even 100% yet. Like what he did with if I had to guess, which I'm just speculating, I bet his elbow is maybe 70-80%, if that. I think And he's just so strong everywhere else that he's just able to do what he does. It's freaking unbelievable. And then you have a good handful of guys that you can say are all fighting for that third place spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Carl, Josh, who else? I can't think of any right now. I mean, Dane Sellers is going to be an up and comer before you know it.
Yeah,
Brandon, all these guys.
Yeah, I think all those guys are good, but man, I think in the next 2 or 3 years, the guy you got to watch out for is Ryan North.
Oh yeah,
that's the guy I think has, just the sky's the limit for that.
He's got so much. I mean, his strength is through the roof. And and correct me if I'm wrong. He's fairly new arm wrestler, isn't he?
Oh yeah. He's very new, but his hand is freaky big. His thumb, like just the way he can sit there, and it's. You mean if you grab him to his left hand, it's like normal for his size, but you grab him to his right hand, and it's just so.
Yeah, once he
Hi Brandon.
Once he gets a couple more years, is Brandon gone for real? Is he gone?
Bro, my computer cannot handle it right now. I have no idea why.
Well, you got to go on your phone, man.
It looks like you got a Polk County mugshot on your screen right now.
Whoa,
kind of look at in disappointment. What's going on? Do what?
That's Grady Gut. So you don't mess with Polk County up there.
No, you don't.
That's Grady Judd country right there. So you entering the tournament this weekend?
No, the tournament's going to be at Q4. It's not going to be in Plant City. Hopefully, everybody don't forget that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Q4. And no, I will not be able to be there due to work complications, unfortunately, because I love Q4. It's one of my favorite places to go. It's where I got my first actual gold medal, my only gold medal actually. And that was in April at Armageddon. We were there, but yeah, that's a great venue. I like those people a lot there. It's where I had my first tournament where I went 0-2 in the amateurs a couple years ago.
Yeah, so, I'm definitely I'm gonna be there. I'm still debating as to whether I'm gonna enter because I'm not gonna lie, man. After that practice Sunday, my arms are sore. Yeah. I don't know what the heck I was thinking gripping up with Sarah.
Yeah. Who impressed the most at the practice?
Why? Jeff was feeling phenomenally strong.
Yes.
Got to give some props to Jeff.
Yeah.
Sarah, of course.
Sarah's beast. Just from when I grabbed a hold of her, 2 months ago compared to Sunday, man, she was whacked over and over again. Like inside or nothing.
Yeah, I think she's ready for a Gabby rematch.
Well, she's facing Egla Egle, EGLE. I don't know how to say her name.
Yeah, the girl that faced her last time.
Yeah.
Or faced I know who you're talking about. She's got short hair.
On the November 11th East versus West, which I know that lady has a very strong hand, but if Sarah can turn her into a hook a little bit, it's over. Like that's gonna be tough.
I think I can't imagine her losing that. It would take a very special person to.
That lady only stopped arm wrestling only because there was no one else to arm wrestle. She was just whooping everybody basically a couple years ago. So, but Sarah's on another level.
But did she whoop on Sarah?
Yeah, I think Sarah for everybody here shortly. It was quite impressive.
I can't really think of anybody other than Gabby that she's taken L's to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And then there's the one bigger girl, I forget her name over there, and that just beat Gabby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's a fucking giant. Man, you know who was feeling pretty strong? I pulled him just the other day. Ford.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's bulking up a little bit.
Yeah.
Ford is, I think, 145 up from 130, which is pretty big for him.
Yeah, something about that. He needs to learn that you have to maintain that weight for a period of time or for the strength to actually catch up. You can
absolutely.
In a month, but it doesn't mean your strength's gonna be up unless you're already sitting at that weight. You cut down to it and then went back up. But
I think him and Josh have been hitting the gym pretty hard. Those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I need to do that myself, but I love working out at home, man. Just having your shit here. It's just so awesome. What more do you need other than a Krasny? What is it?
Brandon just came back in with his dial-up internet. He's not making enough money. No.
There we go. He's still on Roadrunner.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. He's got.
Whoa, did I make it back into my own show?
Yeah, you're back. Join us today.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Listen, bro.
It was a great night.
It was tripping me out. I was watching the stream in the corner, and I thought that was the live feed. Like, hey, never mind. Where we at? What were you guys going over?
No, we're just talking arm wrestling.
Yeah, just arm wrestling show. No, we're talking about the practice on Sunday and who was impressive, and talking about how strong Sarah is right now.
You tell everybody how bad I whooped George.
No, I didn't even talk about that. Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's the man himself.
Man, you know how sometimes you look at the group and all you can say, man, that's a solid group. That you can say iron sharpens iron, right? Well, now look at all you guys, and it's like a bucket of fucking butter sticks melt together. Damn.
Yeah.
Well,
everybody loves.
V's beard works it out, but you know, and Brandon's invite makes it better overall. Brandon, if you want to tell me that I stole your joke, we might as well agree that you stole FAL.
I want to remind you of the incident in the bounce house.
Well, my man, this is podcast is about me and you. This podcast, FAL Hangout. Saturday is a big tournament. We're not going to talk about what happened in the bounce house.
Hold on. Not that Saturday yet. Let's talk about last Saturday. You had your first big tournament, your second tournament. You threw the original King of Florida with me, and then you just threw one with Travis. It looked amazing. I thought it wasn't going to be that big. And then it looked like it was fucking huge. Tell me about it.
The best tournament I ever threw, because all I had to do is put my fucking name on the flyer and do nothing. You know, do shit. End up we made good money. And overall, the only problem with the tournament was like my personal performance, because I wanted to beat up on more people. But other than that, like amount of people, tournament, like who we paid out, and how long it took, because it was like 2-hour tournament. It was amazing. And how much I guess money we generated overall to pay everybody back. You know, like referees got paid FAL prices and shit. I'm like, yo, you're not paying referees $50 anymore. What the fuck? Somebody was like 50, some was 200. And I'm like, yo, Travis, I don't care how much you want to rob me. Just give me the total, man. Like, I don't know.
That hurt Adam's soul to give that referee $200.
Dude, it wasn't. Yeah, he comes up to me, yo, you owe me $50 more. I'm like, what's for? Well, I thought Junior gonna ref for free, but he wants his money. I'm like, fuck. It was overall like pretty happy experience. How much, like, you know, we got Robert out there and other referees. Everybody got paid. Everybody got in and out pretty quick. Term was pretty fast, but so yeah, I feel like people do not understand the format, which you're going to probably find out on the 7th, how much people understand that one weight class scenario where they're not afraid to come like, yeah, my man, you're going to get just as much pooling, if not more. But you get about the same amount of pooling if you lose there. You know what I mean? Like you get your 2 pulls and you're out. But there's
we had a couple question and answers, but that's why the 7th is free, to just show everyone in person. No one's got to spend $1 to
we got raped them with $40, dog. You know what I mean? We have to make sure we got to do. I had one guy come up to me. He's like, dude, I'm not paying $40 to get flashed by Travis. And I'm like, well, that's weak. And he looks at me all offended. He's like, I'll show you Vic on the after table. I'm like, so in my head, there's 15 jokes. Like, I mean, that's weak. There's no after table if you're not pulling at the tournament anyway. Like, and I've pulled you a little bit before. You're weak anyway. So like, just give us the $40, man. So, but also that type of guy, if you complain enough to Travis, he'll like just put you in probably anyway. You know what I mean? Because Travis is one of those dudes like, okay, you got one arm and you don't want to pay for anything, we'll hate you for not participate and then talk shit on Facebook. So come on in, big guy. Jump on in. $20. But yeah. So yeah, good thing.
We're gonna find Artem in the parking lot trying to charge people to attend the event that's free on the 7th.
I'm the only reason I'm going to FAL this Saturday. I want to make sure I want to see what everybody gets charged for, every little dollar. So make sure it's price match for the November 4th.
Perfect. Well, tell me about the November 4th event you have planned.
We got Virginia State, or Dave Patton Classics also on the flyer, but it's the same place when me and you ended our friendship in Virginia. The Harvest Gap. As you just touched your elbow, remember I did beat you the one time that day. Right?
Well, I'll leave. You guys can research the rest of it if you.
Y'all come to that book. It's in the book.
It's on the video. Roll. What did my dog, Adam Wierzynski say?
What did
Just
Adam?
roll the tape. Yeah, man, we got this Saturday. So you are coming to FAL.
Yes, after many money offers and persuasions, which I appreciate you, Brandon and Wiz. That was a lot of money for you to offer and tell John Hodgson to go fuck himself. I was like, dude, John is our boy. He needs to come in. Like, but no, we'll give you the money. John and Amber don't have to come. We got the tattoo money. We good. So because she gets sponsored actually by Amber and John, I am coming over. Yes. But no, yeah.
He took all the sponsor money and made me get him a stretch limousine.
So yeah, if you see me pull up all nice and everybody taking pictures, mind your business.
Fair enough.
So as of right now, I'm gonna make sure I'll try to come. I feel like Robert.
What are you weighing right now? Are you gonna compete? 98s?
I was thinking I need to compete just because I do one of the things where, like, if I'm not happy with their performance next one Saturday, I go redeem myself with the next one.
Well,
So yeah, I'm currently just doing my fast. So I'm already 196, 187. So yeah, I'll just probably hop and pull 97s, 98.
not bad. We moved the event once again. Everybody that's watching, all three of you.
Where is it now?
Now it's in Euphoria.
Oh, so it's as it were. As
it was. It's in Winter Park, Florida. Bay Area beatdown is happening in Central Florida. The irony of that.
Is that okay that we not in the Bay Area?
Yeah, I think it's actually going to be amazing. It's going to be a slightly bigger venue. The venue was called Mikey's Place in Plant City. It would have been a little bit too tight probably for us if we had a big crowd. So this one will leave a little room. We know Euphoria is kind of a staple place. We can get in there, get out pretty quick. I'm looking forward to it. We're getting down to like 4 events.
I've noticed too, if you explain somebody with my accent, yo, come to Euphoria, they might hear it as Euphoria. So it'll come down anyway. So it's awesome.
Exactly. Come down off the Euphoria, come to Euphoria. Maybe you'll be high on Euphoria and win.
Many things happen in the parking lot.
Some of the awards that we got, we spiced it up. We'll go with something a little nicer for this one too. We're going with, these are pretty huge plaques.
Yeah, those are like the ones from Georgia.
Yeah, your head is big, so yeah, we can see that.
Yeah. Well, it's shrinking probably as I shrink, but
that's like a 2x2 plaque right there.
I can donate my belt if somebody beats me, but since not gonna beat me because it says never been beat, I'll keep it.
I respect that.
Arteman's on fire today.
I did put it up last time. Man, I might have to show up in the belt.
Why don't you? We need you to share our link, man. You're Mr. 20. What are you at? 24 now?
24 what?
1,000?
20. Oh no. That Levon's video went a little viral. 26.
26,000.
It's 26 and 39.50 at Travis's. He was like, "What are we getting into 40, man?" Like, I don't know.
We're at 600.
Hey, what does it really mean? Like, you can go live, right? Like, as long as you have a computer, you just can't get your super chat.
Yeah, you can't, and you can do super chat, but you can't do live on mobile.
Oh, so you still receive super? Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, the mobile live is where it's at, though.
What's the difference? That's just so because you can do it anywhere?
Yeah, I mean, you have the ability to not have this fucking laptop in front of you and just talking. We can go live from the event from the phones on the YouTube channel, just like you can Facebook.
That's just live, but if you were to do this, you still have to do this because you can't really invite people on your phone.
Yeah, I don't know. We've never had the opportunity because you don't share our channel and get us 26,000 subscribers.
Oh, dude, you should have reached out about this crazy sponsorship John and Amber giving me that I didn't know about earlier, and I would have been there fucking all over. Are you crazy? I do everything for money.
Looks like you were the Vitacell guy. Tell us what happened. What sort of rituals were going down? Everybody's the rumors are buzzing, Artem. Tell us about the Vitacell Illuminati.
Well, I am the Vitacell guy, right? Like, I'm like the reason everything is happening because like I got all these fucking connections. So really what happening, because I feel like there's thousands of rumors, and Paul Italia was saying today how Devin was talking to Travis and shit. Like, Devin was talking to LeBron. So I feel like LeBron was coming to United States for a wedding, right? Somewhere in New York. Well, I actually don't know. I know that's what's happening. And he also was going to get stem cells. I'm just not sure what was the initial incentive. Did he wanted to come get stem cells, or he want to go to a wedding and one or the other? But I'm assuming he was planning to go to a wedding, probably talk to armwrestlers. He's like, yo, I need those stem cells. And they got navigated to Vitacell, right? And next thing you know, Levon is just coming on his own, right, to get a treatment. Nobody's paying Levon to come. So Levon just coming to get a treatment, but she gets hooked up with the treatment, right? And because that's happening, and because for the first time Levon's coming, we don't really want him to come to fucking Frederick, Maryland to get stem cells. We get him to Fort Myers. So Levon coming to Florida, originally Fort Lauderdale area, then him and everybody were driving over to Fort Myers. So because he's coming, that was announced privately for everybody else. Like, hey, he's coming. Devin's gonna come. Like everybody, like who was invited? It was a weird group that got to be invited that got to come, right? So because then therefore, like you got all these people flying in, like Craig Tuohy, Bob Brown, Dallas Langston.
Okay, so hold on. Hold on. Why are all these people flying in?
Because all of a sudden, Vitacell is going to hook them up with an amazing treatment and this amazing facility down in Naples.
Damn.
So all of a sudden, nobody minds the fucking how much the tickets cost, right? So you get these top 20 guys from all over the states in one area
to get some of them stem cells.
And they got some MMA fighters too. I have no idea about the like intermediate one, and neither did I know Frankie Edgar guy, but he's like mega legit, and he was hilarious as hell too.
I'm highly suspicious, Artem.
Dude, and and then I get a message later. We get like MMA fighters there, right? Like, and they're all cool and shit. And then Tito Ortiz was in town too, because somebody in our group like got to see him in the restaurant and shit. Like, all right, that's random. Does he want stem cells? We got Frank Edgar up in this bitch. Super nice. So everybody got invited to that. There was an Airbnb to be set, which everybody who came into. So people were coming in from Monday to Wednesday. Like Paul Lynn flew in like Monday night, then had to like chase his flight, so he just get the treatment and get the fuck out. So it was a big traffic of people going in and out. That's the Hyatt. Yeah, man. So basically, that's who everybody came in.
The Hyatt got within 90 fucking miles of me and didn't want to pull. You're confirming. All right, I'm the winner. That's 3-0.
I saw him pull his whisperer, pull him with everybody. He never mentioned your name, Brandon, so I'm sorry about that. So
that's okay.
So everybody came, got treatments on shit, were we getting treatments every day? I feel like it was Monday and Wednesday, and it was baller, you know what I mean? Like, so they take us to this facility that has like a little bit of everything, right? This one doctor like just doing chiropractic shit, adjusts your neck, back, everything, tells you you're low in potassium and shit because he touched your stomach and stuff. Crazy shit. After that, we get some electromagnetic waves. Somebody beats us with the thing to the arms, whatever you want to do. So one thing, then they're taking us to this red light bed and shit. We're like also insane. And then there's like different machines. So you get a bunch of stuff. Plus, along with the stem cells and exosomes that like people got injected with. So lots of rehabilitation. And even like the last day, they even opened a spa for all the girls and everybody who wants to get facials and massages and all types of crazy shit.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
So yeah. That was that.
What a creep. Where do these stem cells come from?
Well, as you can imagine, Tuesday midnight, we come in there and there's a baby in the middle of the room in a blender.
Oh my god! And everybody's wearing a fucking red cape, and they're fucking going,
I know
"Okay,
it.
get in line."
And shit. No.
No, he said it. He said it. Don't let him take it back.
This is an interesting subject, and I got to talk to Mike, one of the partners in the company, because I guess I don't know, all of a sudden everybody is a stem cell geek expert, and they're like, "Yo, you guys getting it in America? That's regulated so much. The product is so big. You need to go to Mexico." And I'm like, I thought you go to Mexico because it ain't fucking regulated, and it's also it's a weird product, and you don't really want to inject it with that. I feel like in America you at least get the regulations. So like people got like their theories and shit, but it does comes from the man. I don't want to say where exactly it comes from, but they do source it from different ways. So one was the cord that you fucking cut. What's the proper name?
That is not where
The
you're
umbilical cord.
Yeah, from the umbilical cord.
So that's some of them do get harvested from there, I think, too. So there's a lot of different things. The thing with VitaCell, they manufacture, I don't know what they manufacture, but because they're in America, they are getting FDA regulated. Stem cell not FDA approved, right? But they're getting regulated. So therefore, their product is regulated, unless the stuff you get in Mexico, right? And you can like talk to all of them about like fucking, I don't know, like plus and minuses. All I really, and that's why I'm sending people to VitaCell, like Pablo and every others, and Devin, right? Before it happened, VitaCell existed, right? And like they did treat a couple arm wrestlers, like, you know, as of like 2 years ago. But at some point, Devin announced that he wants to go to Mexico, right? And me and Devin have this conversation, like, well, I have the VitaCell people and shit. So like, if you want to talk to them, see what you can work out, like maybe you don't have to go to Tijuana anymore, right? And ever since then, Devin is VitaCell people and bringing more and more people over. So I kind of, I mean, I don't know all the fucking behind the scenes and how many babies get blended and shit, but I do know that the people are going to American FDA regulated thing instead of going to Mexico and getting, you know, not sure what really they're getting.
I saw Devin getting his stem cells by Dr. Mark in the alley behind a 7-Eleven. He did it on video.
This is a wild part, but I mean, just
I don't know how regulated that shit is.
Well, I mean, dude, I'm not gonna tell you what I saw in the bathroom of Q4, right? But
I saw it.
The product that gets to the end, the problem was regulated. How it was injected, probably not so much. You know what I mean? But you're just talking about manufacturing and all that. But yeah, I mean,
did you get any, Artem? Did you get the hookup?
Of course, I made sure I got the freshest baby out of everybody.
Hell yeah.
No,
where'd you get your baby injected at?
So I'm talking
wrist, shoulder, bicep.
I'm talking to Dr. Mark. I'm talking to Devin before that. I'm like, dude, well, if you don't really have an issue, right? Because like that's the original appointment. VitaCell wanted to sponsor me back in October. And like, dude, I didn't need the treatment. Just give me the fucking cash. I'm trying to go to tournaments. So like, they just made fun of me. Like, oh, okay, dumb fuck. There's your money. I'm like, okay. So now it's time to do the treatment, and I'm still in the same stage where I just got aches, but I don't have problems. So I talked to Devin. Devin goes, Devin wants it closer to performance part, right? Like elbows and wrist, right? I was like, well, my shoulder hurts and like elbows. I don't really know about the wrist. So Dr. Mark calls me in the office, and I'm like, yo, Mark, I need this. He goes, you only get 2 today. I'm like, fuck. All right. Well, you poked me, son. Like, I got shoulder problem, whatever. He touches my shoulder twice. Second time, he like nails it right there where it hurts. Looks at me. He's like, I'm on the money. I'm like, yeah, you're on the money. So he puts me a CC in the shoulder, and then I get an IV, right? So you just run the one to the vein for the whole body.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
I wonder how long before you feel that shit really because Devin makes it sound like it was like pretty quick.
Well,
and Brad's recovery, I'm not gonna lie, was pretty dramatic and fast.
Dude, it was hilarious. So I'm, okay, I got stem cells. We could not figure out the dinner time. Like nobody eating all day long, right? Nobody can figure out where we go. And somebody has an idea to go to the sushi place that's half an hour away. I'm like, terrible. Jerry Lorena earlier offered us a barbecue at his place, and I called him like within 1 hour notice, and he's like, "Dude, that's a short notice at this point, but I can make it." Cool. So next thing you know, Jerry makes it happen, and I go from 10 people to bringing 25 people to Jerry's house, to which him and his wife were absolute champions. Hosted us, everybody loved them, loved their house. It was probably like the best thing that could happen to all of us, right? Anyway, we had this dinner. Mike, who's the part owner of Vitacell, sees me with a Corona. It's me and Dr. Mark. Dr. Mark's telling me, "Yo, am I drinking alone?" I'm like, "Well, no, you're not." So it's me and him bringing Corona. Mike comes over, and he's an Italian guy from New Jersey. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, where's Paul Italia at? What the fuck?" He's like, "Oh, you can't have a beer." I'm like, "What do you mean I can have a beer? You can have garlic or you can have beer." I'm like, somebody fucking with me. So then I realized you should not have anything that thins your blood.
Oh,
Stem cells, and garlic does that too, and a lot of things, like I think it's something with vitamin B. So whatever thins your blood that makes you run it too fast, I guess, whatever the stem
okay, that makes sense.
to uproot, right? And that's why it's important to, I guess, not to get hammered. And the recovery is also like, some of them, there's extreme. Some people say do not touch anything for like 2 months. Some people say like go work through it. So it's like you kind of cut in between. So if you happen to be one of those dudes who's like, your body just takes it well and you get recovery fast and whatever, then like that's good, because you read the books, people get different results. Like Dr. Mark himself, like they were showing us a whole bunch of pictures. Like someone's son got into accident, so they treated his like terrible knee surgery injury, like looked like fucking mid grinder thing. Stem cells, whatever, 30 days looks like a normal scar, right? Then Dr. Mark showed his knee that he has a knee replacement or whatever. It's like an awful scar thing. He said took like a year to recover, right? I think it was that of his wrist. So like, you never really know. It all changes. That's why there's so many people, I guess, skeptical. Like, well, dude, so you're saying we injecting this product that may cost 10 to 20 thousands of dollars, and we might get no result.
Yeah.
Right. So there's a lot of that. So
Yeah. Well, if you're a guy like Brad Gundy, you can afford all the stem cells you want.
whoa, let's not say that. If you're Brad Grundy's mom, you can afford all of those steps.
Hey, that's fine. Freaking that shit made me a believer.
Yeah, well, I only believed in the whole stem cell thing after seeing Devon going back to a hook, right? All of a sudden is able to be here in the middle again. We showed the did like, I don't know, like 10 years ago. And they had this conversation with him like this, why, like, you all of a sudden don't have the King's move anymore. And he said it's because of stem cells. So that's like, sure, whatever. So if you're the guy that does have significant injuries, then yeah, sure. Like, so we sent Pablo there, right? Because Pablo was complaining about his shoulder before a match. I'm like, well, let me whack here real quick, make sure let it happen. I gotta get your stem cells. She still whacked me and got his stem cells, and he said his shoulder went from 10% to 90. So if you're the guy that's like crying and having problems, then you're gonna notice it. So
yeah.
I feel good.
That shit's like 10, 20 G's for a dose.
It's
how many doses did the doc say you need on average?
Well, I mean, as much as you can afford, right?
Yeah.
It's like people go to Tijuana with 10 G's and like it's a $400 a unit. So you just go crazy, right? Rather here, you're gonna get it anywhere between. I mean, I don't know if you can get it for 35, but let's say it's 4,000. It's between 4,000 to 10,000 a unit, depending on the quality between the two. And like, let's say like everybody at least got injected like 2 to 4 units during the weekend in Florida. So.
Damn, boy, Dr. Mark was hooking that shit up.
Dr. Mark was fucking doing everywhere.
Damn, he's like, you get 30 G's of stem cells. You get 30 G's of stem cells.
Dr. Mark, I don't think Dr. Mark gets a say. It's the people that run the Vitacell. You're not gonna call him doctor, so it's just the other party. So Dr. Mark has been amazing at what he does because he's originally he's a chiropractor, so he understands like joints and elbows and wrists and all that. So his injections are pretty nice and precise.
Oh yeah, not like old Michael Todd where he's sitting in that room at that little hot attendant, and next thing you know, 3 weeks later, his arm snaps apart against Hongabayev or whatever. Or not against Hongabayev, against, I don't even know who that guy was. He broke his own shit.
Right, but I wonder if because Michael been treated with Vitacell before, but I feel like
That was he broke his shit after the stem cells.
I mean, shit, well, shit happens, motherfucker. Like we don't.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's crazy. He should have seen Dr. Mark. That's what I'm saying. Should have went to Dr. Mark.
Man. So anyway,
Got those rare Indonesian stem cells you just got.
but dude, anyway, right? But at this point in school, the Vitacell is kind of involved in arm wrestling to where we're able to like bring up like some sponsorship ideas to tournaments and shit, right?
Oh yeah.
Get your $5,000 treatment. That time.
How about that? Like at the next FAL tournament, the winner gets 4 units of Vitacell stem cells.
Oh, you're my man. I could only get them 2. I don't know what type of connects you got with, man, but I need those.
Yeah, for real. Shoot.
I looked at Dr.
Man.
Mark, like you only get 2, motherfucker.
I wonder if there's a limit because that's like all your body should be handling at once.
No. It's just the amount of they were bringing out and how much they lost, right? Because they lost like 300,000 over transportation.
Berlin Jackson says Travis Bajent said if you take 5 perks, 3 different PEDs, a couple drinks, who's to say them stem cells are actually what works?
That's true.
That is pretty true.
You'll be a superhuman by that point if you take all that shit.
Artem has quickly became the Russian experiment, formerly known as Artem Ternyenko. The top rope king is transforming into a beast we've never seen before.
Oh, motherfucker, your liver is dying as of 2 weeks ago compared to mine. What are you talking about?
How will we know that it's the stem cells if you make new progress?
You won't know. I take it as Todd Hutchings. When Todd Hutchings gets asked about stem cells, he just says he doesn't believe in all this fucking scorpion venom type shit, right? So
So what's the prediction? You got the balls to pull up in a class at FAL? Or I mean 220s I don't think is that hard unless we get a couple people there. But how heavy you willing to go this Saturday?
I mean, I'll pull supers. Well, fuck, are you talking to me or John?
You.
Okay, I mean, I'll pull all the classes that I can if I want to.
What is it likely we see you in?
I mean, like to see me get drunk and just have fun on 98s, but if I want to ruin people, like I'll pull up 220s, 242 supers.
Whoa, hold on. You're acting like you're not the same guy that messaged me the other day. How do I get ahead of Matt in this points race for the money?
Well, yeah, I thought. Well, I mean, keep in mind, I do know that I'm only like fucking those points are going to get me $200. I was just thinking if it was something feasible, but no, I don't care about points at this point. After as soon as you told me what
hold on.
I need to do, I don't care about points.
Those points on each hand will get you closer to $1,000.
Gotcha. Whatever the number is. As soon as you told me what it needs to be done for me, I was no longer interested in the points.
Yeah, you're very deep behind. If you had kept up with him, it would be a casual thing where you could show up half the time. He's leading with only showing up at half the events.
That just shows you how much of a bad dude I am, and you guys are bums. Man, it was good. It's good not to eat all day, and I'm all sharp and talking shit. But yeah, no, I'll just what? Are you want to talk shit? Are you want to pull supers? What are we doing? Why are you looking at me like this? I ain't I am, motherfucker.
I'm excited to see you here this Saturday.
So what?
Everybody needs to come out to make sure Artem's got plenty of competition.
You're not talking to me. What's your body? What are we doing? Is that a call out? Like you let me know.
I quit calling you out once you weren't number 1.
Oh,
Shots fired.
I was calling you out. I was gonna catch you at 1. I would get the win on you, and then me and you would have been 1 and 2. That was the dream, kid.
That was your dream, right?
I think so.
Right, because I'm looking at your rankings, and I can't have dreams towards you, my man, right? Like, my dreams and aspirations are a little higher than that. However, am I ranked anywhere cool like in Florida? Like you doing in my Florida ranking, like or like I don't know. I don't like the look you're giving me. I feel like you want to send me a message, like, am I pulling to 20s? I pulled to 42s. Like, what do I need to do? John has been fucking kicking for an hour. Can keep his mouth closed. Like, what the fuck?
You know I love you. You get to do whatever you want, kid.
76, baby. 76. Fuck Jerry and John. Pow, pow, pow.
I think you have to watch
that'd be
out
fun
for
to watch.
Lord.
For dude, hold on. No, Brandon. I love you, but I realized you stopped being my follower and a friend after you came up to me at Mayhem in Middleburg and told me that, hey, Matt King is in the left-handed class.
I don't get it.
What the fuck? I went, it was heard by a lady that was doing the bracket. And I'm like, man, I'm so sorry. Matt King was never supposed to win a competition left-handed. Don't ever listen to this guy. So I don't know about this whole George comment. So I don't know. You might want to practice me or something.
Maybe, you're right.
I practiced with George a couple of weeks before he pulled Max at John's house. I messaged Max. He's going to get his ass whooped. He didn't believe me.
I made the prediction correctly too.
Oh.
I made it on a whim on just styles and thinking that George was that, but
so you're that cool. I had to talk to somebody to get the assumption.
He went through Max pretty damn easily. It was King. I mean, you weren't there, King of Florida, but it was pretty decisive. I mean, he didn't even need his hand; he just side pressured through him. And now this isn't the Max of old. That's 210 pounds, and
it's not Max. It's taking Randy Whaley and screaming "can opener" in the middle of fucking Daytona challenge.
I think it is the same one, but.
If Max is not trying to fight you after he just lost, that's not the same Max.
Fair enough.
We've been there. So if I pull 98, who's going to whack me there?
I would say if you come for 98s, you probably go pretty uncontested. It'll probably be Matt King. The last 98 class wasn't that tough, so it was. I mean, like Devin Lee Brown showed up, but I believe this guy's got the last win on you, so I don't want to just knock his.
Yeah, I do. I'm pretty sure Devin Lee beat me last time left-handed.
The King of Florida. That was like 3 years ago or so.
Yeah, the one I lost to Max right-handed, and I lost to Devin Lee left-handed. That was the B-side losses. And then
can't win them all, kid.
Can't win them all. Well, dude, it's funny. Like everybody's like beating all these people and chasing other people. I'm like, dude, I haven't beaten like Devin Lee Brown. I've never beaten like Noel this tournament or some shit. Like I don't know. It's funny how all this like rankings and progression works and shit.
Is Austin going to be at this last one?
What's that?
Is Austin coming to this one?
I don't know who's coming. I know with the venue changing from Planet City to Winter Park, it's going to be convenient for more people and less for some. But
well, yeah, because that's how I figured. Like Robert told me last weekend is going to be in Q4. I'm like, oh, well, it's close enough. And
somebody mentioned Saudi L.
Where's Noel?
I don't know. Is he not a truck driver now?
Well, like he just pulled in Puerto Rico, so I'm like, I don't know if he's back in the country or if he's here. Like, what am I doing? He was truck driving there, being busy.
Yeah, no doubt. He, you know how he is. He pops up, then he doesn't. This Saturday, it's going to be is this our 8th event? 8th of the 12?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this Saturday going to be 8 of 12. A lot of these guys are getting finalized in the points. John, you're going to be putting out the points, I assume, sometime this week, or we'll be getting at least the leaders updated here. We got 2 events this month. This is the one month we have 2 events. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know who the leaders are. I know a couple of them are close. What are some of the closer races?
54 at right hand, Bob Stawick and Michael Newman are tied for
Oh,
first.
no, fuck. Bob Saget got his stem cells too. Bob's going to be number one.
Oh shit!
Bob had an
Damn.
amazing time. Bob came to Jerry's house, and he's just out there being Bob. You know what I mean? Shoulder hurts. You know, life's hard. Gets to meet the Vitacell guy, and the Vitacell guy looks at me. He's like, yo, Artem, when you go back tomorrow, make sure Bob here gets the treatment there. Make sure you get stem cells. Make sure she go to the bed, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I ain't got the pull. I mean, you talk to the facility. I'm pretty sure they'll take care of Bob, but I appreciate for giving the trust. But so Bob, he get to be the next day there and got his shoulder treated, and he said he'll be number one guy in Florida at 154. So all you guys are fucked.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fucking scary.
Dude, I pulled this. Before I came and got my teeth done, this Jerry, right? I got to practice with Jerry and Bob that Sunday. And, you know, me and Jerry pulled where we got our, like, all activities out. And I'm pulling with Bob. And I will not pin Bob for the rest of the fucking evening, pretty much. Because he gets me with an open arm, like slight king's milk. His elbow is a little bit on the back of the pad. Maybe behind the pad, but not going to
Yeah, just a little.
Yeah, you know, it is Bob, you know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but I'm like, oh, fuck, whatever. I can side pressure through it. And I can't. Like, my wrist keeps folding back. I'm like, man, you have just as much energy and power like 154 class. Like, you're going to get people in trouble if you can get to the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think Jerry will be a beast too if he can just keep his hand a little bit, because he ends up just losing his hand. But man, his arm is so strong.
Jerry,
If he
Jerry done whoop Brandon, I heard.
yeah,
What's that?
Brandon.
Didn't Jerry whoop you there for a match or so, I heard?
He asked me to start inside with him, and he got one that, and then I gave a little. If Jerry at any moment
Brandon let out too much rope.
ever wanted to put any amount of anything on it, he would definitely private message me if he had belief.
I got it.
But no, Jerry, he felt strong. Jerry, he's not bad. I mean, for me, it's honestly, I think the 76 can run down to me and George. Not for the points. Who's the points money between? It's between you and Jerry, John.
Yeah, but Jerry's leading both of them. He's got the right hand pretty much wrapped up, and the left hand he's like 2 points ahead of me or something.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen, me and George are gonna start to get real close and probably be in the finals at most of these next events, but you guys still pull out the money. John, and what, you're leading or you're not leading in the left hand no more?
After last event, I'm not leading anymore. I'm 2 points behind Jerry.
So Jerry has the right and left hand money right now?
Yeah.
That
Shit.
Dodge Demon don't gas ain't cheap in it. So his arm wrestling career is paying off. He's actually Jerry's cool as hell. I'll give him props. 98's how we looking?
Matt King has 26 on the right hand, and Kevin Sams has 23. And
Where's Artem on there?
Has 19 points. He's only 7 points behind Matt King on the right.
So what can I do there, right? I can do nothing, right?
No, if Matt doesn't show up and you win the event, you're tied.
What if he shows up and I beat him?
You would be 2 points ahead of him, so it would narrow it down to 5.
Matt King, I'll see you Saturday, young man.
Hold on. The Adderall must be so strong or something. This guy's he's
those fucking stem cells, bro.
Hey,
that was crack they gave him.
On the left, Artem's also.
If he were to win, listen.
Hold on, before you continue insulting me, I've been fasting all day and I haven't smoked in more than 24 hours. Right? That's what my energy is supposed to look like with my eyes open. All right, get ready,
bro. You should be passed out with low blood sugar, not able to move if you haven't eaten anything. I think Dr. Mark may have gave him a different upper.
Well,
by mistake.
We're going to talk about what happened to me on Saturday and Sunday, all right? It's Tuesday by now, all right? Maybe
you've been fasting since then. What are you talking about?
Dude, it's still in my
36.
system, all right? I'm trying to crash tomorrow morning. All right, wake up and have a breakfast. So, all right, Brandon, my apologies for interrupting you. How do I get paid?
If you were to beat Matt King and then win the overall is worth an additional 5 points. That would tie you up. So if he does show, you beat him, you win the overall, you're right there in the money.
Yeah, but then he has to come into like the next 2 tournaments. I have to make sure I fucking snatch him out of it. What's the next one?
Biketoberfest.
What's the next one?
After that,
Yeah.
it's Battle at the Beach in DeLand.
What's that date?
November 11th.
Huh?
I believe it's November 11th.
So is this not a December event?
December 9th is the finals.
I got you.
And aren't the finals worth double points or something?
Yeah,
Or
I
no?
think that's how we're gonna run it at the end. Something we should decide here. But as of now, right now, there's only 4 opportunities to advance into the points. So if you were to beat him here, you would have to guard him. I assume he's not going to all, but you would have to guard him at least a couple, Artem.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying of my schedule because November 11. That could be empty, but then is December 9.
Who do we got at 220s, John?
At the 220s, Mark Geeson, left hand over Grayson Waldman is 22-20. And then on the right hand's Mark Geeson over Mike Bedwell, 16-14. And then it's like Andre Sharg, Grayson.
How far am I off on the 220 points?
You are 9 points behind before the last event. I don't have the last event updated yet on the right. And on the left, you're 12 points behind.
Hey, do I have points in a couple classes? Like, how does
Yeah.
work?
And then the 220, you have 7 points on the left and on the right. So you're 9 points behind on the right, Artem.
Just put them down for 98s, man. I was winning 98 that day. We're good. Oh, you know I wasn't doing
In fact, that sponsor.
It doesn't work like that, son.
Man, I won that man. What do you want to do? I won the overalls. Give me those extra $5, man.
We're charging him double entry just because he's rich now.
What?
Yeah, I thought the Top Roll King Productions should have been my first sponsor.
Right, and you should have been my friend.
Come on. It's not too late, Artem. You could still be a sponsor of the FAL.
Yeah, and you can still be my friend. You remember what your mom told you? What your mom told you? Brandon, why would you do this to your friend? Exactly. So you become a friend, I'll become a sponsor. And all we can agree with, you just negotiate this 5 points over my system, and I'll sponsor the next 3 events.
Just like that, Artem gained points in the call. No.
Sponsoring 3 FAL events.
All right, we're going to wrap it up. This
This
was fun. This Saturday, guys, do not go to Plant City. Go to Winter Park. When you show up, have the energy of a fasting Artem, with slightly more respect for your elders. That being said, I'll see you guys this weekend.
But if I'll make yellow shirts. Is arm wrestling on them and Top Roll King, but they will be yellow, so it's a part of FAL brand. Maybe somebody will buy them by accident.
And how much of those proceeds go to the finals fund?
50-50.
What a partnership. What a partnership.
Exactly.
And just like that, these shirts are $99, ladies and gentlemen. $99. I'm just kidding. All right, man. I'll see you guys. I'll see y'all this weekend. I look forward to seeing everybody out there. It's going to be a good time at Q4. Don't go to Plant City, Winter Park, Florida. Tell your friends, share the flyer. Flyer's updated. If you can't find it, it is the cover photo on the Florida Arm Wrestling League Facebook page. I appreciate all y'all tuning in.
Later.
Get your euphoria at Q4.
See Artem for that.
Yeah.
He is on fire.
Man, it was a good day. It was a good day.
Later.
So,
Y'all.